riflemen are back for air guards, and here comes a second wave of attacks now. But brutally effective just infantry spam from all players. It doesn't matter what their background was, just infantry. Let's take a quick look at the bases and we'll see. Oh, a bit of a blunder. Medic station was built by crewmen. You know, if you hit B instead of V, you'll build the medic station instead of the triage center. Almost, they look very similar. I did that once, but you know, oh well. So anyhow, we got the motor pool up and the supply yard, and nothing else for air guards just yet. Just all infantry. Anyhow, getting back to the fighting. Exchanging some shots here. It looks like the infantry is pushing in. Still backed by the snipers. This Greyhound is really exposed. You can see the pack is getting some good shots on it. That thing is really close to dying, but no damaged engine or anything yet. And we do have a machine gun emplacement built back here by these intrepid flame engineers. So now everybody is now... oh no! Everybody is completely suppressed. They're covered in smoke, exposed armor, slowed down. Really bad moves here. I mean, you know, bad situation to get in. But this is a tough position. So I'm just going to take another look here at air guards, because I really like, you know, low level, but he just has all these support abilities. You know, he just went with airdropped AT support, airdrop supply, and smoke. And at first I was like, who gets those as their first three? But you'll see he uses them quite effectively. So, you know, to each his own. I'm, you know, not going to comment on that too much. But check out how they're just able to back off, take some cover behind this building, and resupply. And so you'll see that it looks like Inverse and NTD, and Sue is even getting in on this action here. CU, I'm just going to keep calling Sue for whatever dumb reason. I've got the right idea. They're just going to blow the hell out of this building. So both of the AT guns just focusing, and they just kill that building, and that's it. They're just not going to deal with that problem anymore. So done. And we'll look over here on the right. And as you can see, this machine gun team is just kind of holding its own. It's, you know, it's doing some damage, but it's, you know, too easily flanked. One gunner left. Gonna have to retreat. Probably just going to get killed by this Greyhound armored car. Oh, running. Can he get through? Oh, all-star quarterback. Doop-a-doop-a-doop-a-doop-a-doo. Oh, it looks like he totally makes it, too. Greyhound just puts a bunch of shots into the dirt and lets him go. So, all right, good for you. Meanwhile, crewman here is putting a lot of pressure on the right. And once again, let's take a look at this. Let's take a look at this tactical map right now. You'll notice no progress whatsoever. The Germans in this game are completely cornered. They have huge armies. They're doing a great job at retreating and not losing squads and all that. But they are just completely clusterfucked at the moment. Oops. Sorry, I tried to run a clean show here, but maybe I'll bleep that out later. It's all good. I'm sure we're all adults here. Anyhow, so massive problems here, and they just are being, you know, stopped at every turn. So finally, having some clear thought, recapping some of the obvious points that they possibly can. Look at how many mines are out here. Seriously, crewman has just absolutely mined CU in his base at this point, and total dominating control of the area. We do have finally capping what we can, grabbing this MG, grabbing this building with this MG team, and now that they've taken this building out, that's pretty much the first the first thing they needed to do, and now they can actually start charging back. So if there's one thing that you'll learn from this, is that the biggest mistake that the Allies made in this game right now is that they underestimated their resupply time. You can see that they have a lot of people on the field, but look at this now. This is one guy just charging in against 3 armies. Close combat Volks Grenadiers, double machine guns, AT guns, whatever. They're just pot-shotting. Machine gun tank over here, and just look at how much damage these guys take. Machine gun tank? Is that really what I just call that? Oh my god. I get so much flack every time I call something the wrong unit. So I'm going to say, this here is a B-52 bomber. It's equipped with anti-building mines. Anyhow, so moving right along. You'll see that they just kind of overestimated, they estimated in some capacity that was incorrect, the time it takes to resupply. And so they pushed forward, they triple capped the map, and then they just kept pushing right straight forward all the way up into the enemy's base. And whenever you think, we've got this, let's win big, have an alarm go off in your head. Have some sort of error checking kick in and say, wait, I shouldn't think that way. That's the wrong way to think, and this game will show you why. You know, never try to win big. I mean, it doesn't matter if you know, always assume your opponents are awesome, because in this case they are. They just happen to have not played a lot of 3v3 games, so they're kind of, you know, bumbling around, crashing into each other at first, but once they get their bearings together, they're they're amazing. They're great players. So of course that's all they need is for you to make one stupid mistake, and then they will capitalize on it for the rest of the game. So when you have a huge advantage, don't try to win the game. Just maintain that advantage. Hold on to it, because as you'll see, by the time that they get their reinforcements back up, they've already lost half the map, and now they're going to be fighting a much more organized army, because now they've had, their opponents have had a chance to take a breather, and you'll see that NTD's got a Puma out here, and he's fighting on this side. It's also good to note, by the way, I'm going to pause it for a sec, a lot of fighting going on. It's good to note the distribution of units here. A lot of players, especially random teams, have this idea of, I'll take the right side, you take the middle side, and he'll take the left side. And you'll see here that that rule is being broken all over the place. NTD has a couple guys in the middle, and the rest are shifted all the way over here to the right. He's basically fighting on Inverse's side. I'm doing air quotes, but you can't see me, of course. And, but everybody just fights over the whole battlefield because it's a team effort, and it's good to note that that's what you need to do. We'll see big, huge fighting going on here. Desperately trying to set up this machine gun emplacement. I hate this positioning. I see people build stuff here all the time. Always build back here or behind. You want some cover for it. This is just so easy to flank. Just come around this side and come all the way around and blow it up. So kind of dumb positioning there, but whatever. They're kind of building it under duress. So you'll see huge army here for these guys. And is that, it looks like just some incidental fire going around here, but they know that there's some guys hiding back here. They've got snipers around everywhere. They've got anti-tank guns everywhere. Just a huge massive units, and you'll see that for the most part this is just going to be Puma on infantry action over here, which is a great fight. They probably have sticky bombs. You kind of always have to assume they do, but just back away from them. And just good little Puma micro here. Just going to watch and see what it can do. Hasn't got too many shots. Of course, your accuracy goes way down as soon as you start moving, but whatever, you're great against infantry. And now they're backing away, so now you can charge them again. You weren't actually running away, you were just trying to keep your distance, so as soon as they start backing away, follow them again. Keep killing more and more of them. Look how wounded these guys are now, even though you haven't killed any of them. So good job there. Meanwhile, moving on up, it looks like the mortar teams or something out here. Here we go. Here's our mortar teams. I had no problem just wrecking that, and they had to cancel it and get out of there. And so now we have dominating center control. And, oh, here comes our airdropped AT gun here. Not a bad idea at all. Like I said, my initial impression of our air commander, Air Gart's, abilities was that they were kind of weird, but I think he had the right idea, which is that he knew what his weaknesses were. So, meanwhile, in the middle here, we got a sniper. And the 35 kills on Inverse's sniper. 35 kills. This guy's just hanging out, man. Just, keep control. If you know that it's a big mess of a game, like there's just lots of armies running back and forth, you kind of have this, distributed responsibility thing that happens. Like, if there's a sniper on the battlefield in a 1v1, the other player is going to start countering snipers. But if there's a sniper in a 3v3, I'm sure every opponent's like, maybe my ally will kill that guy somehow. Or, I'm not going to worry about it now. So those snipers can kind of go unchecked if there's not like a, somebody isn't seriously trying to counter them. AT gun kind of showing up a little bit late here, but just trying to move things around. So you'll see that Air Gart's has recapped all of this, but it cost him most of the left-hand side of the map. And like I said before, when you are in a winning position, overextend a little bit and defend it, and just hold up and defend. Don't try to attack them and kill them and wipe them out. Just defend it a little bit, mine it up or something like that, and then retreat. But have some of your army waiting around behind it so that you can fall back to a defended position instead of retreating and leaving the entire map. Much more important to have some of your units still remain out there. In fact, if you study real military tactics, and I know we're all kind of armchair generals here, but if you actually study the kind of crap that they teach you at West Point and all that, you'll see that or how about this? Watch the History Channel for 15 minutes, since it's always the World War II channel. You'll see that most armies will keep just a couple of their guys in the front line and the bulk of them in reserves, so they know, oh, if I get attacked in the middle, I'll send these guys to the middle. If I get attacked on the right, I'll send these guys to the right. So just hold back with a couple of your troops until you know you need them there, instead of leaving them all there to get ambushed and killed. So a lot of suppression going on here. It looks like we're just going to tough it out and crawl through here. Looks like this AT gun is completely killed. The remaining skilled riflemen here are quite wounded, but oh, it's starting to get really harsh here. Oh, and thank God he kills the last of his flame engineer. Gonna retreat away with one grenadier here, and now we're pushing on up with double anti-tank guns and another accomplished Puma and a regular Puma. So NTD's got the Pumas under control. As we mentioned before, he went for the Storm Armory right off the bat. You'll see that Inverse has got his Kampfkraft Center up, and I do believe we have another one up here for CU. And another one up here for NTD. Oddly enough, they all have that yellow color to them, even though I have player colors assigned. Anyhow, So being the aggressive charge the infantry and let the guy with the pistol do all the damage. That's very effective. You see him capping away. Cap. Oh, did he just get that kill? Oh, and the Calliope's! The Calliope's are on the battlefield! Ah, I love Calliopes. I know everyone always gets so emotional. I always gotta be a little bit more prudent with my, you know, a little bit more tactful with my praise of things, because there are some people out there who are just like, Calliope should be deleted from the game, and whoever wrote the code should be taken into the street and shot. But like, you know, I mean, come on, they're pretty cool and they're fun to watch. And hell, I'm watching, so I don't give a crap. They're awesome. So anyhow, our intrepid armored commander, Howard Jin, has got his first Calliope in the battlefield, and he is no doubt saving up for his second. That's kind of the name of the game, and you'll see good use of smoke here. Look at that, smoke to slow down the Pumas while you charge up at them. Always charge Pumas if you're an allied player. Look at this guy. Oh, he just barely misses the throw. If you're an allied player, even if you, it's the best bluff in the world. Even if you don't have sticky bombs, just charge things like you do, because nobody can tell. I mean, as soon as you throw the first one, then they know if you're bluffing or not. But everybody will always run away from infantry, so it's kind of cool. Meanwhile, we have our second Calliope out here. So like I was saying, the name of the game for allied armor commanders in 3 versus 3, just try and get enough XP to get level 6, and then build only armor from that point out. Only Calliopes and Pershings and that sort of thing. So, decent control, very light capping on the right here, or on the left. On the right, pretty much no progress whatsoever. You'll see crewman has gone entirely for tank destroyers. Let's take a look at his base. In the meantime, we'll see he just skipped and went right to tier 4. Unfortunately, this medic station has yet to pick up any bodies. I'm sure eventually he'll notice that. Meanwhile, pretty normal thing here, and the airborne commander just going for barracks. Still nothing other than upgrading the supply yard, actually. So he is going for kind of infantry upgrades. And Calliope just leveling this place. Looks like there was a bit of a firefight here that I missed, but I'm pretty sure that these guys were not killed by the Calliope. They were killed by whatever was there fighting them. Meanwhile, Grenadiers moving around here. We do have some stormtrooping coming around for the fight. And we do have a Nebelwerfer here. Sorry, Nebelwerfer. I was corrected on my pronunciation of that, and I should try to be a little bit better. So, Nebelwerfer, for those of you who are not aware, in German, that means fog thrower or smoke mortar. It actually derives its name from its use in World War I, where it was used to launch canisters of chlorine gas into the British trenches. So in World War II, it was equipped with explosive rockets, since we were not allowed to use chemical warfare anymore, and hence we have it in its current state, although it is still called a Nebelwerfer, fog thrower, smoke mortar. History lesson of the day, or German lesson of the day, or a little bit of both, I guess. Meanwhile, always good to use these little outhouses here to hold your machine gun teams. This sniper, 20 kills for NTD's sniper out here. Like I said, in No Man's Land, these guys can just do awesome. They're just sniping away, although you will see these cloaked engineers are doing their thing as well. Just kind of sniping away, 22 kills now. Mortar team's backing up a little bit. Close combat boats coming in. Oh, he's hit it when this happens. It's got one little resupply left over. Oh, and this Calliope double